We live in interesting times. This week's stories. The Church of Christ reaches out to residents of several Canadian provinces. The Church of Christ in Texas helps economically disadvantaged Austin communities. Life-threatening below-zero temperatures hit the U.S. Midwest. Polar vortex disrupts schools and work in DMV area. Toronto faces its first 2019 snowstorm. Moviegoers share insight on Guerrero at its Big Apple premiere. Friends and families express delight over Guerrero's DC showing. Plus, laughter, giddiness, tears at Guerrero's Jersey showing. And Guerrero wows a Virginia audience. Hello everyone, I am Lynn Pence, bringing you stories from around the globe, and this is Eagle News, Washington, D.C. Weekend Edition. The Church of Christ continues its mission to help alleviate poverty worldwide in series of recent outreach efforts. Several Canadian provinces benefited from relief packages distributed by Church of Christ congregations across the region. Rosalie Castro has the details.
Eastern Canada, like Quebec and the Maritime provinces, offers top tourist destinations, scenic attractions, and historical sites. Although other communities in these provinces tell a different story. According to Canadian press, poverty exists in Montreal. Campaign 2000 is still looking for solutions across Canada to end child and family poverty. A group called Round Table Poverty Reduction has delivered this report after 18 months of study. 25% of the community population in Notre-Dame-de-Grâce is living under the poverty line. 1 out of 3 children lives in a household that is below the poverty line. It may not be easily seen, but vulnerable groups such as elderly, those with disabilities, the youth, single parents, and racialized communities are more susceptible. This weekend, members of the Church of Christ in the District of Ottawa conducted Aid for Humanity in Montreal, Quebec, and Maritime provinces, Halifax in Nova Scotia, Moncton, Fredericton, and St. John in New Brunswick, and Prince Edward Island. Aid for Humanity is a socio-civic program of the Iglesia Ni Cristo or Church of Christ in connection with its humanitarian arm, the Felix Y. Manalo Foundation, a non-stock, non-profit, non-political organization of the Church. Hundreds of packages were distributed in all locations. Reporting for Eagle News, this is Rosalie Castro. I am one with 25.
Thank you, Rosalie. A similar event by the Church of Christ in Texas helped economically challenged communities in Austin. Eagle News correspondent Rio Mondekilo reports.
We're here in the city of Austin, the capital of Texas, where 600 bags of food and basic necessities are being distributed to families in need as part of the Iglesia de Cristo's worldwide outreach evangelical mission.
Well, the purpose of this event, just like in any other outreach program that this church have launched many years ago, and our region here and the state of Texas, we continue to do it to reach out to our community. It's an outreach program, and not only to help our community, those who are in need, but also to share our faith. That's the most important. Well, the turnout is really good. We set up about around 8 o'clock in the morning in this cold weather, and surprisingly, we had guests that were already coming that early in the hour, and the turnout is really good. We distributed about 400 invitations, and we had a lot of guests that came in from, of course, not just in this area, but in different neighborhoods, you know, even farther from here. And the brethren from different congregations and cities came to join us. So it was really good turnout. We have distributed so many care packages, food, and most of all, you know, they were able to listen to the words of God. So the preaching of our district minister was very enlightening and a really good lesson.
Well, the main purpose is to be able to fulfill the instruction of God that we should help those who are in need. Through the call of our executive minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo, that is just exactly what we did. To be able to show people, introduce to them about the Church of Christ or Iglesia ni Cristo, and also introduce to them about the words and teachings of our Lord God.
My reaction is something new for me because I live like really close in here and I never stop. I just crossed the street and my little girl say, "Mommy, look the church," and I say, "Okay, let's go stop." It's a social community, and the people there take care and they're interested in the persons. They come up here and they help us, and they give you food, they give you time for the kids, and listen to the Bible.
Well, from the ones that we have spoken to, and also the outpouring of love from the brethren, that they just met them today, but they could feel already the sense of concern and the humanity of the brethren with regards to their fellow man.
Well, everybody is so loving and kind-hearted and very accepting of people in general, no matter where you come from. That was a lot of fun. Everybody's so friendly here.
Well, the more benefits for me is be social with more people, and I know in a different language, and I can learn. Yeah.
Reporting from Austin, Texas, I'm Rio Mondekilo, and I'm one with 25.
Thank you, Rio. When we come back, life-threatening below-zero temperatures hit the U.S. Midwest. Polar vortex disrupts schools and work in DMV. Toronto faces its first 2019 snowstorm. Welcome back. You are watching Eagle News, Washington, D.C. Weekend Edition. Bitter cold with temperatures lower than Antarctica gripped the American Midwest this week, grounding flights, closing schools and businesses, and raising frostbite and hypothermia fears for homeless residents. Mail deliveries were suspended and people were encouraged to stay home in nearly a dozen U.S. states where the mercury plunged into the negative double digits, the worst freeze to grip the region in a generation. U.S. media have attributed at least 8 deaths to the freezing conditions and a major snowstorm that preceded the blast of Antarctic air currently gripping the region. In Chicago, blocks of ice flooded on the downtown river of America's third largest city, and flames from gas burners heated regional commuter rail lines to keep them functioning. The morning temperature in the Windy City was negative 22 degrees Fahrenheit, which felt like negative 50 degrees with the wind chill. It was colder than Alaska's state capital and even colder than the parts of Antarctica. D.C., Maryland, and Virginia schools and federal agencies were disrupted this week by below freezing temperatures, snow, sleet, and rain. Ace Ramirez reports.
Schools here in the tri-state or D.C., Maryland, Virginia area were canceled at noon today, and federal agencies were released 2 hours early in anticipation of the polar vortex blanketing North America. A wintry mix of snow, rain, and sleet is expected here in the DMV region until 9 p.m. Tuesday. According to weather.com, temperatures will drop below freezing as the snow ends and will settle to the 20s till midnight. Delays, if not closures, are expected Wednesday morning in both schools and federal agencies. Reporting from Gaithersburg, Maryland, I'm Ace Ramirez, 1 with 25.
Thanks, Ace. In Toronto, heavy snow enveloped the city, causing public transit delays, heavy traffic, and very slippery roads. Angela Milano with the details.
Environment Canada issues a snowfall warning for the entire Greater Toronto Area and the rest of Southern Ontario. In Toronto, heavy snow started falling just before noon today and continues to envelop the city. The upcoming winter storm is expected to leave the city with 15 to 20 centimeters of snow Monday evening to Tuesday morning of the next day. Because of the heavy snowfall, commuters are dealing with public transit delays, slippery roads, and slow, heavy traffic. Colleges and universities have canceled their afternoon and evening classes and their operations for the rest of the day. Some offices and workplaces have sent their employees home early to get people safely indoors and off the dangerous roads. According to Environment Canada's website, the snowfall is the result of an Alberta clipper that will cross the area. Surfaces such as highways, roads, walkways, and parking lots may become difficult to navigate due to the accumulating snow. Visibility may be suddenly reduced at times in heavy snow. Since last week, Toronto has been experiencing double-digit negative temperatures, and with today's snowfall and upcoming winter storm, the city continues to trudge itself through what seems like a harsh winter this year. For Eagle News reporting from Toronto, Canada, this is Angela Milano, 1 with 25.
Thanks, Angela. When we come back, the East Coast showings of EBC film Guerrero wow moviegoers. Eagle News Washington, D.C. Weekend Edition will return shortly. This is Eagle News Washington, D.C. Weekend Edition. I am Lynn Pence. The freezing weather did not stop moviegoers in the East Coast from watching the newest EBC film Guerrero by award-winning director Carlo Cuevas. Friends and family who have seen the film are already anticipating the movie's sequel. Here on the reports from our Eagle News correspondents, Joy Andreas in New York, Rose Papa Angeles in Washington, D.C., Aleli Nagut in Union City, and Sarah Nackman in Virginia Beach.
Souvenir tickets. From internationally acclaimed director Carlo Ortega Cuevas, the movie Guerrero premieres here tonight in New York City. The film first debuted in 2017 in the Philippines and made its way to America in Las Vegas at the end of 2018. Here tonight in New York City, we joined the viewers at a screening to ask who is Guerrero.
The man went through a whole lot of different crises and troubles, if I may, in his life. And for him to be able to pick himself back up, starting from a new routine in life, the film was inspiring.
Mom, 20, 7, 3, 2, 1.
It's very emotional and you can actually connect with some of the moments.
There's some funny parts that like everyone will enjoy.
There is no boring scene from the beginning to the middle to the end of the movie. There's always substance. I had fun watching it.
My favorite part was when like Guerrero and Abby were just talking with each other, just flirting with each other. I don't even know why.
Dito nga yung daan. Dito.
Dito nga.
Eh bakit ba mas marunong ka pa? Eh bahay namin yun.
May daan talaga dito, alam ko.
Oo nga, pero malayo dyan.
Kaya nga.
It was inspiring. It made me tear. I was tearful because of his experience that happened to him.
Akala ko ba mahal mo ko? Kapatid mo ko eh.
Bakit kaiyak ng iyak? Ano ba nakakaiyak?
Hirap lang kasi ng assignment namin, yung mga planeta.
Diba sabi ko sa'yo, tuturuan kita?
Hindi ko alam. Tuturo ko sa akin eh.
It's nice. I think a lot of people would like it. I would want my kids to see it. I think they would like it. Oh yeah, I recommend everyone to watch Guerrero. It was very heartwarming and spiritual too in a way about life and everything. I mean, it was good.
MC Guerrero!
Reporting from Regal Cinemas in New York City, I'm your EBC correspondent, Joyette Andres, 1 with 25.
Life sure has its jabs and blows, and sometimes we get knocked down. But there's always that hope of getting to the next round to redeem and defend ourselves against day-to-day bouts. The EBC film Guerrero proves this to be true. Today, hundreds of moviegoers from the Washington, D.C., Maryland, and Virginia area are about to relax and see this feel-good values-based movie about a boxer and how we all could relate to his story.
In these times, there's so much negativity. It's so hard to find a movie that truly fits our values as Christians, as members of the Church of Christ. And we're thankful that EBC was able to produce this film. And that's why everyone, they came out, they're excited to view Guerrero.
Ate, pag inatid ka rin ba ng boyfriend mo, matagal di bumalik?
You know, self-restraint, one of the theme of the movie is self-restraint. It takes an effort to have that self-restraint.
Oh, it was great. It was great. Very, very good.
Who's your favorite character?
All of them. I like the kids, I like the kids. Very, very nice movie. We will wait for the part 2.
Great. It's nice. Interesting. Some problems in life you encounter. It's something, challenges in life, which we overcome. Which we always thank God about what's happening in life.
I really liked it actually. Yes. Probably the younger brother Miguel.
Why is it?
It's just the comedy and I don't know, the message he had at the end for his brother is really nice.
Oh, I liked it a lot.
Who's your favorite character in the movie?
Ramon. Yeah,
Why
Ramon. He's like the main character, and he was like fighting the whole time. Oh yeah, the ending was perfect. Yeah, I liked it, enjoyed it.
I love the movie. It was like a real tearjerker. It's very eye-opening too.
And I think all of us have a journey that we're going through, and there are certain struggles that we have to overcome. So that in that way it made it very relatable to everyone watching. Yeah, I'm actually here with my sister, so I admire my sister just like Miguel admired his brother. So it meant a lot.
It kind of hit home, actually.
Yeah, it's not a typical ending,
so
but yeah.
Hopefully the ending is that everyone wins.
Yeah.
It was good. You can always turn bad luck into good luck.
It was a very interesting movie. Everyone was probably a little boy.
Why is that?
He was so inquisitive, and he's kind of ahead of his time a little bit. I'm kind of interested to find out what happened to him. There's more too. Maybe there's a part 2 to the movie or something. I'm looking forward to that. There's always hope. There's always tomorrow, so.
Favorite scene when Miguel was reading the poem and then Miguel was like fighting, because it really shows how Miguel admires his kuya. Favorite lesson is don't give up on your dream, and no matter what you go through, you should keep going and try to reach that goal. It's a family affair. I think everyone should see it just so everyone can learn from it, so they can apply it on their families too.
We all go through a lot of struggles. We all have our knockdowns and our issues, and sometimes the cards are stacked against us, but keep moving forward and things will work out in the end for you. A lot of family ties in the movie. Everyone's very relatable, including the little brother. Yeah.
Miguel.
Miguel.
It was definitely Miguel. He reminds me when I was a kid.
And really cherish your family while you still can, because you never know when they'll be gone.
Yeah, whenever you fail, you should always pick yourself back up. You should always keep trying.
You know, when everything is lost, there's always something to look forward to.
A good family movie. Everybody, from like kids, the parents, they can all learn something from it. It's really inspiring.
I feel like everybody had fun with the movie. There wasn't like any bad scenes. It was just overall really good. Really good. Overall really good. Yeah.
It was funny, but also made you cry.
Yeah, it teaches a good lesson and allows families to appreciate each other more. So.
Yeah, that movie was really well made. Everything was pretty good. No spoilers, but there's gonna be the flashbacks really good. It's gonna make you cry. Bring some tissues.
Thank you, EBC.
Yeah, we want to take EBC.
Tomorrow is another work day, and those here at the theaters will go back to their daily routines, putting on their gloves and getting ready for another round. But one thing is certain, if we train correctly, we will always be prepared to defend ourselves against life's uncertainties. Reporting from Rockville, Maryland, I am Rose Papa Angeles, and I am one with 25.
We are here at the Union Theater in Union, New Jersey to witness the premiere night of Guerrero, an EBC film directed by Carlo Ortega Cuevas. The movie Guerrero is about failures and triumphs in life. The main characters of the story were portrayed by Genesis Gomez as Ramon Guerrero, who is a new and upcoming boxer, Julio Cesar Sabinorio as Miguel, the younger brother of Ramon, and Joycel Cabanalong as Abby. This film gained many positive comments from different international critics.
I thought the movie was really great. I think it had an interesting plot to it, and I liked the way the brother and the brothers had like a connection. I felt like they really were like tight, and then as the movie continued to go on, you can notice that they were kind of like distancing themselves. But when I don't want to give away the movie, but I just thought it was really good.
I can say from this movie is it's really an experience, and it's really something that everyone should learn in their lifetime. Like you should keep going on, have faith, and you should never give up.
I also thought it was really good as well. It's a family-oriented movie, and I love the bondage that they all did have together in it. So it was home. It felt like home.
I enjoyed the movie very much. It was all kinds of. It was funny. It was very funny, suspenseful. It had a lot of tearjerkers, but you know, it was great.
Miguel, he was really brave. He really looked up to his Julio, and he never gave up. He never gave up on him, and he looked up to him like as a role model.
The educational part was real motivating, I have to say. When he started out in the classroom, he didn't think he had it all, but he stuck in there, and then he learned that poem and the story behind it, and he made it his own. So for me, for him, being so young, he hung in there as well.
From New Jersey EBC Bureau, I'm Alalee Nugget, 1 with 25.
After much anticipation, the award-winning international film Guerrero shows in the Hampton Roads region of Virginia, USA.
The movie was outstanding.
I can't wait for part 2.
Oh, it was great.
As soon as I saw the ending, I had to get another.
I wanted to see more, you know?
If you haven't seen it, go see it. Yeah, it's really good.
The best movie of the year.
I thought the movie was very good. It was very funny. It was really grabbed the attention of the audience.
Guerrero, definitely a heartfelt movie, family entertainment. It was a beautiful story, good plot. Hoping for part 2 soon.
Yeah, it was definitely good, really good family movie.
Guerrero gains a thumbs up from the viewers who are all smiles. It did not disappoint, and fans could not get enough of this new film by EBC.
It was just a great story about a brotherhood. I have 2 boys and a boy on the way, so it really made me emotional seeing how connected the brothers were. So it's a great movie. I can't wait to watch a sequel if it comes out.
I'm Seth Reyes, and I'm a boxer at Team Norfolk. And my favorite scene was when they were training in the one of the janitors kept making fun of Gym Boy. I thought that was really funny.
I liked it because it was really good, showed like a lot of perseverance, a lot of endurance, like, what boxers need.
One thing is for sure, everyone is anxiously awaiting for the release date of Guerrero Part 2. Sarah Nachman, Eagle News International, Chesapeake, Virginia.
Wow, I have to see that film for real. Thanks, Joyanne, Rose, Annalie, and Sarah. That is today's Eagle News Washington, D.C. Weekend Edition. Join us again next week for stories and bureaus from across the nation and the globe. Visit our website, eaglenews.ph and eaglenewslive.com. Like us on Facebook. Follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/eaglenewsph. Thank you for watching. I am Lynn Pence, and I am 1 with 25.